Hey there guys, it's Philly here at Fidelity Factory. Catch me at PowerPhil1 on Twitter. And today I'm just going to show you how to make a nice splash screen. So if you have a look at this, I'm going to restart my app. Something like this where you've got, let's say, the company logo appears up and then it fades out and brings you to your app. So I'm just going to do that again, refresh the app, restart the app. So I'm going to show you how to create a screen like this where you get something popping up and it fades to let's say the action screen. This can be kind of handy if you're, let's say, loading a lot of data on start on the on start event of the app, because it gives you kind of time to do some of those actions rather than, let's say, landing right here. And if you're supposed to have drop downs that have lists of information, they might be ready straight away. It gives the app a few seconds to load a bit of key information. Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of that code. And yeah, we'll start from scratch. So we're back here. I got rid of some of that code that had the splash screen on it, and right now all I've got is this screen. We won't be doing anything with this, but this is just in place of, let's say, where you'd have all of your actual app that you do your actions with. So let's put in a new screen, and let's put in a new blank screen. So that puts in this new screen here. And this is going to be our splash screen. So I want this to appear before our action screen. So I'm going to move this up. I'm going to rename it SCR, and let's just call it splash. And okay, this is then going to be the first thing that opens up. Let's get some styling on it. So I'm just going to make it a purple background. And I'm going to add an image. So this might be the company logo, or yeah, it's in general, it's going to be a logo or the name of the app you might put here. So I'm going to put in an image item here. Let's see, right now it's set to none. Let's add an image file. Somewhere in here I've got a Fidelity logo. There we go. And it's got powered by Fidelity Factory. So let's put that like here. See if we can get it lined up in the middle. And let's say a little bit of text here just to say what kind of an app this is. So I might put this down here. I'm going to make it the full of the screen, center it, make my text white, and make my font Lato. And let's call it Splash Screen Demo. And let's make that a little bit bigger. So now we've got our kind of splash screen in place. Let's see if we can line this up. Our splash screen is placed. And now it's about getting it so that, let's say if I start the app right now, it's just going to sit there. It's not going to move to the next screen. So it's about getting it to move to the next screen. So to do that, I'm going to use a timer. So up here in input, we can select a timer. And we're going to put it in here. And this will kind of get to wait for a certain amount of time. And then once it finishes, the timer finishes, we're going to navigate to the action screen app home. So when this timer finishes, we're going to navigate over to here where you could actually do your actions. So what I'm going to do is select the on timer end property. You've got different options here. When timer starts, you can do something. On timer end, you can select what actually kicks off the timer. So sometimes you might want to set off a timer when someone, let's say, submits an item. You might want to click off a timer that maybe waits 6 seconds before refreshing some data or something like that. But this one, we're going to go and actually set it to auto start. So once the screen appears, the timer will start. And I can get rid of auto pause and repeat. We don't want this repeat. But on our on timer end property here, we're going to put in a navigate. This is an action we can put in, navigate. And we want to select, you can see it's already suggests to me the two screens we have. We're going to select screen app home. And we can also put in these transitions like cover, where it kind of slides in over the top, or cover right. I'm going to put in a fade so that it will fade out. Now one more thing here is that it's currently set to 60,000 over here. What we really need is 6,000, or let's say 5,000. 5,000 represents 5 seconds. So that's loads. So 60,000 would be way too long to be sitting here on this screen. 5 seconds would be perfect. And I'm going to leave this button here just so that we can check that this is all working to begin with. And let's take it for a test ride. I'm going to click run on start and I'm going to press play up here. You can see the timer is running, and hopefully when it gets to 5, we transition over to this page here. And it gives it quite a professional and smooth feel. And now our last step then is we don't really want this visible to the user. We want it to all seem magic. So I'm going to go to the visibility, the visible property here, set this to false. So now when a user will kick off the app, they'll be given this screen for 5 seconds, gives them a little bit of information, and there we go. So as I said, this can be quite useful if you want to, let's say, put in some loading of data on the onStart property. So let's say on our app, on our onStart, we can kind of maybe load some SharePoint lists, some SQL data. This gives it a few seconds to get some of them actions in before the user can actually start inputting. So hopefully that helped. Let me know if it did. I'm at PowerFill1 on Twitter, and I'll see you next time.